What is up, guys? It's Chris at Everydaychris, and welcome back to another episode of Quick Tips with Chris. So you just got your Tesla and you want to know the best charging practices. While there are a ton of factors, I'll go over the most basic first. Let's talk about normal daily driving. Now on the Tesla website, they recommend to keep it below 90% for daily driving, and it even shows the daily driving range on the Tesla screen. Now I don't recommend daily driving percentages to be 90% because depending on the weather, if it's hot out, it may charge to 93 or 94%. And having a high state of charge can degrade the battery faster. Also, Teslas were designed to regain energy while you're driving, called regenerative braking. If your battery is too full, you won't be able to maximize the amount of regenerative braking, and your regenerative braking power will decrease. For me, I usually keep the Tesla charged between 75 to 80%. Again, it all depends on how long your commute is. If you have a super long commute, you'd be fine going to 80 or 85%, but for most people, 75 to 80% works out perfectly. And you can easily modify the charge percentage down to the T using the app to get it to the exact percentage you want. And again, this all depends on where you live. Colder weather means less range, so charge your Tesla more.
If you have the newer LFP batteries in China, it is recommended to charge the car to 100%. However, most cars in other regions don't have these batteries yet.
As far as road trips go, don't be afraid to charge your car to 100%. However, just know that keeping your car at this high state of charge for a long time is again bad for the battery, so make sure you drive your car right away. One way to help with this is to set a charge schedule. I go into detail in this in another video, but I recommend setting your Tesla to charge for scheduled departure. This way you can precondition things like the climate or the battery if it's cold, and the car will know when you're leaving and charge to 100% by that time. This is also where you can enable things like off-peak charging, so the Tesla knows when to charge the car where your utility rates aren't that expensive. Like for me, my most expensive electricity rates start at 4 p.m. So I have my off-peak end time at 3:45 p.m. This means that if my battery is low, the Tesla will charge the car before 3:45 p.m. and then finish charging my car before I leave my destination at whatever time, just to say 5 a.m. Also know you can control everything now through the app as well. So you have a ton of control of charging even if you aren't near your Tesla. And another FF or fun fact is that the Tesla remembers where you charged and can apply those charge settings at that location. For instance, at home, I like to be on a scheduled departure setting. However, if I'm charging at say a mall, I want the car to charge instantly. This can be useful if you charge your car at work. Also, when you're on a road trip, you want to make sure that when you get to a supercharger, you don't have so much range left. It seems counterintuitive, especially if you're coming from a gas car. However, the lower your state of charge, the more quickly the battery charges. Ideal situation is you want to arrive at a supercharger with about 10% battery. That way you can maximize the amount of charge. So say you arrive at a 150 kilowatt supercharger, you can get 150 kilowatts of power. That's why it's so important to get to a 250 kilowatt supercharger if you're super low. However, again, it doesn't make the biggest difference between 150 and 250. And again, that's another reason why as you get around 40 or 50%, you're gonna see the amount of charge decrease when you're supercharging because your state of charge is increasing, so it decreases the power load. That's why it's important to look at that trip tab every once in a while so you can see how much range you'll have left when you're at the supercharger. And again, around 10% is perfect. You don't want to be too high like 30 or 40% because it'll take longer for your car to charge. Anyways, thanks for watching my video, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.